actually say topic number 6, angles formed by a transversal. There's 3 important vocab words that I want to go through with you today. And so the first one is transversal. So transversal lines are lines that cut through 2 or more lines. So something new that we haven't seen yet is if you see these little letters out here next to those lines, that's going to be another way to name a line. Before, I think we were using like 2 points A, B, and putting a line over the top. Now we can call these line M, line K, and line T. So if I'm looking at the definition of a transversal, I'm thinking about a one line that's cutting through the other 2. And looking at my picture, I think that the line T is going through the lines K and M. So that line is my transversal, okay? The other type of thing that we are going to talk about is we're going to focus in on these 2 lines K and M. And we're going to talk about its exterior region and the interior region. So the exterior region are angles that are outside of those 2 lines K and M. So those are going to be the lines that are the angles that are lying above and below, right? That's my exterior, my outside. Okay, so that would be angles 1, angle 2, angle 7, and angle 8. Okay? On the other hand, we're going to talk about our interior region. Okay? The interior region is going to be what is between the 2 lines. So if I were to smush K and M together, right, and push them on top of each other, what angles would disappear? That would be angle 3, angle 4, angle 5, and angle 6. Okay? So the following questions below are just going to go through asking you to look at the picture to the left and think about, are they interior or exterior? Okay? Are they to the left or to the right of the transversal? So if we're looking at the transversal in the green here, the left would be on this side and the right would be on this side. So take a second and pause the video and try to answer the 4 questions that are below, and then we'll quickly go through them after. Alright, so hopefully you have these 4 questions filled out. Notice the directions ask us to bold the transversal. So again, it's the line that's cutting through the other 2 lines. That's line T. Line T is going through R and S. So the first question asks, are the following angles interior or exterior of line R? And you should have had that they were, angle 2 was exterior, angle 5 was interior, angle 4 was interior, and angle 7 was exterior. It helps for me to identify the interior by shading in those between the 2 lines, and that way I can see easily that those 4 angles that are in the red are interior, and then the 4 angles that aren't shaded are on the exterior. So now let's look at number 2. It says, are the following angles on the right or the left of the transversal? Angle 1 is on the left, angle 8 is also on the left, angle 3 is on the right, and angle 5 is on the left. So you should have had L, L, R, L. Okay? Again, the left would be this side, and the right would be this side over here. Okay? Number 3 is a little bit different. Number 3 is asking you to look at pairs of angles. So I'm looking at the 2 angles at the same time, and I'm asking, are they both interior, both exterior, or neither, which would be one being interior and one being exterior. So looking at angles 4 and 6, well, those both lie in the red region that I've shaded, so those are both going to be interior. Angle 8 and angle 4, notice one's lying in the red, angle 4, and one's lying on the exterior, angle 8. So those would be neither. 1 and 7. 1 and 7 are not in my shaded region, right? Those are on the exterior, both of them. So I'm going to put an E there. And then 3 and 6, those are both on the interior. They're both in that shaded region. So I'm going to put an I. Okay? And then last but not least, we're going to repeat that same process, but think about, are the following pairs of angles on the same side or alternate sides, right? So that means alternate is another word for opposite sides of the transversal. So if I'm looking at angle 1 and angle 8, those are both on the left of the transversal. So those are both on the same side. Angle 3 and angle 5. Notice angle 5 here is on the left, and angle 3 is on the right-hand side. So those are on alternate sides, right? They're not on the same side. 1 and 7, same idea, right? 1 is on the left, 7 is on the right, so those are also alternate. And then last but not least, 3 and 6. 3 and 6 are both, they both look like they're on the right-hand side, so they're going to be on the same side, okay? And now the reason that we have done this is so that when I'm going to give you 5 new angle relationships, and this is pretty much all you have to think about when you think about those angle relationships. So the 5 relationships that we have are alternate interior, alternate exterior, same side interior, same side exterior, and corresponding angles. And so I've already written some of this stuff in for you, so make sure that you copy that down. But again, let's always start when we look at this picture, and let's bold that transversal. Bold the line that's cutting through the 2 lines, because that will help you tell what's on alternate versus the same side. Okay. I also think it helps to shade that interior. So between the 2 lines is going to be in the red right here. Okay. So notice let's look at alternate interior first. Alternate interior, that means that we're thinking about the opposite side of my transversal and inside those 2 lines. And I gave you already 3 and 6 are alternate interior. 3 is on the left, 6 is on the right, but they both lie inside. There's another pair of angles, I think 4 and 5, right? 4 is on the right, 5 is on the left, but they come from opposite sides. They're both in the interior. So angle 4 and angle 5 are also alternate interior. Something else that I want to mention is I always need to pick, when I'm talking about these pairs, I'm always going to pick one of them from this like top group of 4 and one of them from this bottom group of 4 here. Okay? So even though 3 and 4, right, are on alternate sides, we can't call them alternate interior because I didn't pick one from each of the orange boxes there, okay? So that doesn't work. Let's look at alternate exterior. So alternate exterior, I have opposite and outside. So let's pick an exterior angle. I think angle 1 is on the exterior. And I need to think about another angle that is also on the exterior, but it's on the alternate side. So if 1's on the left, I'm going to pick one from the right-hand side. Well, I either have 6 or 8 on the right-hand side, right? But it also needs to be exterior, so my only option is 8. So angle 1 and angle 8 are alternate exterior angles. And there's another pair. Angle 2 is going to go with angle 7. Angle 2 is on the right, angle 7 is on the left. And that's my other alternate exterior angle pair. Okay? Similarly, I'll think about same side interior and same side exterior. So if I'm looking at same side interior, that means I'm picking 2 angles that are on the same side and inside the region of, in the red. So 3 is on the interior, so let's look at angle 3. And from the other group of 4, what angle is on the same side but also inside? That would be angle 5. Okay? So angle 3 goes with angle 5. Sorry, I erased that by accident. And then the other angle, well, I have angle 4 is on the inside, and its same side pair would be angle 6. So angle 4 goes with angle 6. Okay? Now let's look at same side exterior. So same side and the outside, I gave you angle 1 and angle 7. And I would say that I agree with that, right? Because 1 and 7 are both on the outside and they're both on the left side of the transversal, the green line. There's another pair though, right? Angle 2 and angle 8. Those are both on the right and on the outside. So angle 2 and angle 8 is another pair that works. Okay? Corresponding, I would say, is the weirdest one, okay, and I have like a little definition. It sits in the same position in the group of the 4 angles. So in the orange angles that we have here, right, I have, let's say that angle 1 is going to be pink. I need some more colors here, hold on. Angle 2 can be green, angle 3 can be blue, and angle 4 is going to be black. Okay? So I have those 4 angles that sit in that one orange like group of 4 there. If I were to take this group of 4 and move it to slide it down exactly on top of this angle, right? Think about the colors that you would give those angles. I think that the angle 1 would cover angle 5, and that would also be pink, right? I think that angle 2, that would cover angle 6, so that one's green. Angle 3 covers angle 7, that one's blue then, and angle 4 covers angle 8, that makes that one black, okay? Those are my corresponding angles, okay? Angle 1 and angle 5 are both on the top left, right? Angle 2 and angle 6, those are both on the top right of my group of 4. Angle 3 and angle 7, those are on the bottom left. And then last but not least, angle 4 and angle 8, those are on the bottom right, okay? So there are 4 pairs of corresponding angles. Let's quickly do some practice together, and then hopefully you'll be ready to do your homework. All right, so this practice kind of goes over the 2 types of questions that I could ask you. I can ask you to identify an angle relationship, or I can ask you to name an angle given a relationship. Okay, so let's go over what it means to identify first. So I'm going to look at my picture, I'm going to bold that transversal, and I'm going to highlight the interior region, which is right here. Okay, so what this is asking me to do is it's asking me, okay, given angle 4 and angle 6, identify the angle relationship. Well, those are both in the interior region. They're both in the red. One's on the left and one's on the right. So that means that these are alternate interior angles. Okay, that's one of the relationships that I just learned. Okay, let's look at another, angle 2 and angle 7. Those are not in the red region. Those are both in the exterior, right? And they're both on the right-hand side. So I think that those are going to be on the same side. So they're same side, exterior. My pen's not working right now, sorry. Exterior. Okay? Let's look at 1 and 5. So 1 and 5. Oh, that one's tricky because 1 is on the outside, but 5 is in the red. 5 is in my interior region. So I can't say they're both interior or exterior, so I'm going to think about that corresponding angle, right? If I were to take this group of 4 and slide it down over this group of 4, does 1 and 5, do they match up? Yeah, so those angles are then called corresponding. All right. Last but not least, let's do 2 and 8. Those are both on the exterior, right? 1's on the left, 8 is on the left, 2 is on the right, so I can call those same side, alternate exterior angles. Okay? Let's look at a different type of problem. So I could ask you to name the angles with the following relationship. It says other than the ones above. So if I ask you to name a same side interior angle, okay, that means that I need 2 angles that are on the same side and that they're both inside. Well, I didn't have that relationship above, so I'm good with anything. So let's pick angle 4. Let me change my color here. Angle 4, that's on the left-hand side and on the inside. So we need another angle that's on the left-hand side and the inside, and I think that that would be angle 5. So angle 4 and angle 5 are same side interior. I'm going to just clear off my diagram for a second. Okay, so now here's my transversal, and here's my interior region again. All right, and let's look at another type of another angle relationship. So it says alternate exterior. We already used up in part D here 2 and 8, so I can't repeat those. But there is another type of angle relationship. That would be angle 1 and 7. Their relationship is also alternate exterior. Okay. All right, last one is asking us for corresponding. We already did 1 and 5, so let's pick another angle. Angle 4. Angle 4, if I'm going to slide this down directly on top of the other before, that would match up with angle 8. So angle 4 and angle 8 are corresponding. Okay? At this point, I believe you should be able to do homework number 1.7. All right? So good luck, and if you have any questions, make sure to go see your teacher. Have a good night.